guys, Poverty Point Customs here. Just going to do a quick video on how to use a clay bar product by Mothers. First thing I'm going to do is wash and chamois off my 2012 Chevy Equinox. So I have some Mothers car wash soap in the bucket. Before I wash the truck is to give it a good rinse off and get any grime off the truck. So the water's actually fairly warm. It's quite warm out today. And this is warm water that was actually in the hose. So I have a nice clean wash mitt. Rinsed off the truck nicely to get any grime off of it. And next step is just to give it a good wash. People tend to wash like this. It's best not to. It's best to go either up and down or back and forth. Anything like that, circular motion, in case there is a little bit of debris on it, it will actually scratch the paint and cause swirl marks. So best to go back and forth and make sure to rinse your sponge or mitt really well. And I usually like to go over the same spot a couple times. A lot of times you'll actually miss a spot. When you dry it off, you'll certainly notice that. So I'm going to go over the whole vehicle, give it a good wash and a good rinse. Washed. So here's the kit I'm going to use. It's a Mother's California Gold clay bar. That's actually the clay itself, and this is the instant detailer, or really it's a lubricant while you're using the clay bar. So I've used this before. So the next step is to actually spray some detailer on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it in my hands and actually knead it. Almost feels like a thick Play-Doh, a firm Play-Doh. So we're going to knead this for a minute. Then you may have to use a little bit more. And then we'll give her a try. The passenger side rear door. So my next step, there's no sense in drying this off. It's been washed. So the next step is to spray some of the Mother's detailer on it and put a little bit on your clay bar there so it's nice and lubricated. And what you want to do is you're going to go back and forth with the clay bar. Do not go in swirls or circles, sorry. That's going to cause swirl marks in your paint. So all you're going to do is go back and forth. And as you can see, it's getting a little bit dirty. So what you do is you fold it back in on itself and you smooth it out again, or flatten it out almost like a pancake in your palm. And then what I always do is I put a little bit more of the lubricating spray on it. Spray a little bit more on there. And go back and forth again. And what will happen is before, even though I wash and wax this a lot, you still feel a little bit of grit or road grime on your paint. Just feels almost like a real fine sandpaper, like little bumps and stuff on it. And what this does, this actually gets rid of that. Again, you can see a little bit of black in there. It's not too bad because I usually keep this pretty clean. When we first got this, I used the clay bar on it, and it was unreal how much stuff came off. You almost get like tar and stuff from the road on there. One real good tip, if you drop this on the ground, I know they're not cheap, throw it in the garbage. You don't want to reuse it if it's been on the ground. You can actually do a few vehicles with one clay bar depending on how dirty they are. So the next step here is, once I clay bar the whole entire vehicle, I will wash it again. It's hard to tell right now, but you get a little bit of the clay bar, a little bit of a haze. You can see it almost looks like a little bit of skim milk or whatnot on the paint there. So you want to wash it off after, and once I clay bar a vehicle, I like to put a nice fresh coat of wax or polish on it. But again, using a clay bar is as simple as that. I believe this kit was $30 on sale. Again, through Mothers. I've done a few vehicles with this actual piece of clay, so you can see it's still clean. Again, you fold it in every little bit depending on how dirty the vehicle is, and you can see how nice of a shine this vehicle does have. So I'm going to finish clay barring the vehicle. I'll wash it again, chamois it, and then I'll give it a fresh coat of wax. But again, using a clay bar is as easy as that. If you have any debris in your paint that you can't get off with washing it rather than using harsh chemicals, most times a clay bar will actually take it out, so it's well worth a try. And it's much easier doing it yourself and cheaper than paying a detailing place. No doubt they probably charge $150 to clay bar a vehicle and then to wax it again afterwards. So, you know, for $30 and then your wax in a little bit of time, it's well worth it. Again, just a little short video on how to clay bar a vehicle. It's very, very easy. Anybody can do it. Just takes a little bit of time. It'll probably take about half hour or so to clay bar this, and then wash and wax it. So you're looking at probably a couple hours, and it will make the paint look and feel just like new. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them below, and if you're interested in this type of videos, you may want to consider subscribing. Thanks. Take care now.